Welcome to Diplomatic Passport, the daily weekday COVID-19 show that keeps you up to date with developments the world over, in the region, and of course in Zimbabwe. I'm Robert Mkondiwa and I will be traveling beyond the headlines with you. Yesterday we took you to Bulawayo, where of course we had quite a show. And we hope those people back in Bulawayo were happy that we finally have gone to that beautiful city to cover COVID-19 issues. Now today we have a special message from the legendary Sungura King Alec Macheso Babashero, who celebrated his 52nd birthday with us yesterday in style when he performed on the 7th edition of the Garamumba shows. I'll also be speaking to Casper Chigama, the Executive Director of House of Arts Association and Programs Manager for the Youth Alliance for Safer Cities, who is going to be telling us about the various projects they have been carrying out during this time of COVID-19. But before we get into that flesh, let's take a look at the current statistics of COVID-19 cases in Zimbabwe. Now, Zimbabwe now has 320 confirmed cases, including 49 recoveries and 4 deaths. 6 new cases were recorded yesterday, and these are all returnees from South Africa who have been isolated. To date, Zimbabwe has tested 50,920 people, and Harare is still the epicenter with 88 cases. But I'm always harping on about those numbers. We've tested 50,000 people, but guess what? We've arrested 52,000 people for not wearing face masks. Our priorities? I have no clue. Well, anyway, that's something that you need to ponder over wherever you are. I should also hasten to tell you that going forward, we shall be having, looking into the corridors of power at State House, where we may be getting a pronouncement on the way forward for Zimbabwe. Remember, of course, we haven't really received leadership of late with regards to where we are going. We only have those rolling 2-week lockdown that was announced, and we haven't really gotten anything fresh out of the box, as it were. And so the president is going to be giving an address, and certainly, as we always do here on Zim Papers Television Network, we're going to be first with that, and it's going to be absolutely crisp. Anyway, now in the studio I'm joined by Casper Chigama. Now he's the Programs Manager for Youth Alliance for Safer Cities. They have been donating water tanks, sanitizers, and they've also been carrying out COVID-19 awareness campaigns tagged #Alpha26, where people would run down every letter of the alphabet for 26 days, sending messages that encourage people on positive ways to conduct themselves during these very difficult times. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, John.
So tell me what informed this idea. Where did this idea come from, the Alpha26?
It came from House of Arts Association, of course in collaboration with the other organizations that I'm working with, Youth Alliance for Safer Cities. So we realized that when we were doing so many projects that required us meeting young people within the communities, because we're all about developing the communities through different ways that are innovative, or different ways that are artistic and also youth-friendly. So when this COVID-19 thing came up, the pandemic, when it came, and when the lockdown was also initiated, we also realized that we still had the potential, us as young people, to try and send the message, regardless of us not being able to move around and informing other young people from the communities that we work in. So we came up with another initiative where we wanted to also try and spread that message through various platforms that the young people are also found in, and also to engage those young people so that they can also be part of the initiative, and also try to send the message in as many ways as possible. So we came up with the Alpha26 initiative, where we were saying there are 26 letters in the alphabet, hence the word Alpha26. So each day was represented by a certain letter. We started from A, so we could just pick up, anyone would just do a short video of him, telling us ways of or any positive message that is in terms of COVID-19 that is positive, or any preventive measures that they want to share using the letter A. Like on the letter A, we have got Naim Zaya Cage, who was telling people that angava anobva Argentina kana Algeria anhu ngaageze maoko. So it was just a way of trying to be artistic in a way, in a certain way. On B, we also went on to find people doing letter B, like we had Bar Shupi, because it was letter B. Then we had to also engage with Bar Shupi, and he was telling us to.
So you're dealing with, are you dealing with notable people in society, or sometimes it's just random, sometimes it's just some ordinary person doing the same?
Yeah, it was sometimes random, because we could just say it was open for everyone. Okay. So anyone could just do, or could just volunteer to say, today I want to do the letter B. And we could have as many B letters as possible. Okay. It wasn't restricted to say we have one video.
Well, as a matter of fact, today we actually have a little snippet of the letter A, and let's take a look at that and see what the flesh was with regards this campaign.
How's he gonna bag it? My road, right?
Imagine that. Hey. Ananga no Angola, no Argentina, no Brazil. Anunga gets him out.
Well, there you have it. Very interesting concept there, and certainly I'm seeing that a lot of people, of course, have latched onto that. But with regards the sanitizers and the water, how are you putting together these resources as young people? It's a very difficult time for families, for people, for entrepreneurs. How are you mobilizing resources to actually make sure that you give these sanitizers and access to, of course, potable water?
Okay. So like I said, I'm working with 2 different organizations. So with House of Arts, we have got a project that we are doing called Reshaping Communities Through Art, which is now extending to say we are now want to have a key to the city, which is being which is being initiated by the young people. So under that project, we have got funds from Denmark. There's a Danish Ministry of Foreign Affairs Ministry that is also supporting us through an NGO in Denmark called Dreamtown. So Dreamtown is our partner, funding partner in Denmark. So they support us whenever we come up with initiatives that we want to do, and they are also the funders for the project that we're doing. So with House of Arts, we realized also we're an arts organization, and so because of that, we had to also go to our mother institution, that's National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, because they receive so many artists coming in, even regardless of these times that we are in. They also receive so many artists coming in, maybe some of them with their proposals especially for the relief that was also being announced of the artists by the government. So we also donated some sanitizers for all their provincial offices, because we know that we are also artists. We also go to their offices. So for them to also be safe, they also need to sanitize. Then with Youth Alliance for Safer Cities also, we're looking at especially those centers that young people often meet, because of course people are in lockdown, but they need to go and fetch for water. So there are areas like in Bari, there are certain areas where young people will just, or everyone, the community just go there to meet up and look to fetch water. So those spaces, and also those social spaces that we see, even the ZRP police stations, they also receive people daily. So we had to also engage with those spaces, and also donated. Like also in Bulawayo, there was an issue of water being, shortages of water in Bulawayo. And as an initiative that we came up with Youth Alliance for Safer Cities, we didn't really want to just donate, but we also wanted to engage the council to let the council or the mayor know that as young people, this is what we think should be done. We've got some youth centers that are there in Bulawayo, but there's no water in those centers. And
I was about to say, well, how you pick, how do you pick recipients? Do you also even give assistance to individuals, to families in these communities, or do you go to only go to those places where the communities congregate?
Yeah, we usually, that's what we do, because what we want is Youth Alliance is also to say those people in authority or the local authorities, they also have to see what we think or what we want as young people. So what we do does not come from my mind or just from the Youth Alliance for Safer Cities management team, but it comes from the young people who are within the communities that we work with. So when we engage the young people, they tell us their views and what they want. So we're only like messengers. Then we go with the message to the city council. And so we are very fortunate that we have got Plan International supporting us. We've got some organizations that support us, like Plan International. So we also source for resources in the project that we're doing with Plan International, the Safe and Inclusive Cities. So we also use those funds to help us engage with the local authorities. Then we create relations so that we also create dialogue between the young people and the people in authority. Okay.
Well, and how about people who either want to be a part of your initiatives, want to join you, or perhaps want to also assist you in this sort of programming? How can they reach you?
We are on social media as Youth Alliance for Safer Cities, all social media platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, and also Twitter. Then we're also there as House of Arts Association. Or they can simply also get in touch with me on my social media. It's Casper Chigama, or probably on WhatsApp. That's 0715 044 270.
Okay. Well, good luck in the initiatives, and I'm really absolutely proud because, you know, it's something that we really want to see young people taking the initiative and, of course, taking the responsibility. All the best in your endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was Casper Chigama there, and he was giving us information on what they're doing as young people. He's coming from two different organizations, but, of course, taking the mantle and leading from the front. Now, the showbiz industry has been hit hard by COVID-19, as Casper has said, in Zimbabwe. But most musicians now in the country rely on live performances for revenue. Now, the past 3 months have been a dry season due to lockdown restrictions on public gatherings. Now, Alec Macheso, who turned 52 yesterday, told ZTN that gratuities from his loyal fans, you, and some music promoters have kept him going. Let's hear what he had to say as part of his message on his 52nd birthday.
Takanyanya affectwa zvakanyanyisa kuti raramiro yedu irimo mukita live shows. Saka nekuya wakaitawo coronavirus isingade kuti vanhu tinge tichinoungana munzvimbo imwe chete, so zvakaita kuti timire mabasa edu. Zvakati dzora shure kunyanya, asi hazvitigumbure nekuti idenda rangouyawo, so tangoramba kuti tangodaro nevakomana vandinawo tichingowana hama neshamwari vachititi apo napo tichibatsirana isu kampaniwo mamiriro yakaitawo tichionawo mamembers edu kuti takamira sei kuti tigone kudi kungoendawo tichingoendawo kusvika musi uchazarurawo Mwari.
So there you have it. It's really, really beautiful that even in your homes, understanding that the people who keep us entertained are a bit hard done by, especially because of COVID-19. Just thinking of the man and sending him something, and sending, of course, even that artist next to you, whosoever, a little something just to keep them going, because they're the people who keep us entertained. And whether there's lockdown or not, we still play their music in our homes. They still make us smile. They keep us from the insanity of lockdown. When you just think of them, spare a thought for them, and give them those contributions, because it's always a beautiful thing to give, especially in a time like this. Well, anyway, that's all I could have for you today. And as I said, we shall be having that broadcast coming anytime. So keep your eyes on ZTN. As always, keep your contributions coming to me on my Twitter handle @ZimRobbie, that's ZimRobbie. and my email address on robertmkondiwa@ztn.co.zw. So from me, Robert Mkondiwa, to all of you, thank you for staying at home and staying safe. Good night.